The Victorian curriculum is broken down into 8 learning areas and 4 capabilities. The capabilities are a set of discrete knowledge and skills. These should be explicitly taught and assessed. The critical and creative thinking curriculum focuses on the development of increasingly complex and sophisticated thinking processes. Through this capability, students explore responding effectively to environmental, social, and economic challenges, and developing the breadth and depth of their thinking to take intellectual risks. The critical and creative thinking capability aims to ensure that students develop understanding of thinking processes and an ability to manage and apply these intentionally, skills and learning dispositions that support logical, strategic, flexible, and adventurous thinking, and confidence in evaluating thinking and thinking processes across a range of familiar and unfamiliar contexts. Critical thinking and creative thinking complement each other and are very strongly linked. Creative thinking is the thinking we do when we generate ideas. This can be done through brainstorming, improvising, and using intuition. Critical thinking is the thinking we do when we judge ideas. This can be done by posing questions, identifying pros and cons, and drawing conclusions. The critical and creative thinking curriculum is broken down into 3 strands. The first strand is questions and possibilities. The second strand is reasoning, and the third strand is metacognition. The critical and creative thinking curriculum has achievement standard statements that describe what students are typically able to understand and do. These are the basis for reporting student achievement. The first achievement standard is at Foundations to Level 2, and then at Levels 4, 6, 8, and 10. The questions and possibilities strand explores the nature of questioning and a range of processes and techniques to develop ideas. This strand supports students to develop their imaginative and intuitive capacity, and foster a curious and speculative disposition. Students apply these to propose ideas, develop artifacts, and make new connections and knowledge. The reasoning strand explores how to compose, analyse, and evaluate arguments and reasoning. This strand supports students to construct and evaluate ideas and arguments that may be unfamiliar, gather, consider, and evaluate data, evidence, and propositions to form conclusions. The metacognition strand of the curriculum explores the use of strategies to understand, manage, and reflect on thinking and learning processes. This picture shows the relationship between the critical and creative thinking curriculum and Bloom's taxonomy. The curriculum starts by developing skills at the bottom of the triangle through levels A to D. As students progress through the curriculum, they move up the levels of thinking into the areas of synthesizing and evaluating. This is an example of how a primary classroom could draw on different learning areas to engage with the critical and creative thinking curriculum to strengthen student learning. This is an example of how a secondary classroom could draw on different learning areas to engage with the critical and creative thinking curriculum to strengthen student learning. The critical and creative thinking curriculum has levels A to D. Levels A to D support students who are working towards foundation level or students with a disability. Levels A to D focus on progressing students from a pre-intentional to intentional engagement in learning and supporting students to develop their independence as they explore, participate, and engage in the world around them. Levels A to D are not associated with a set age level or year level that links to chronological age and cognitive process. Level A is where students are beginning to explore with thinking processes. Level B is where students are starting active exploration of the world around them. Level C promotes intentional participation in thinking and learning. And Level D is building independence with students.